Okay, record. All right. So now what I was explaining over here, yes, we were dealing with the arrays. We have created a table also using array data type. So these are all complex data types that we see in Hive. So this is the table that I have created, an external table and a row format delimited with the tab. But you see collection items terminated by comma. So my file format is this. So hope you're aware of this. This is my file format. I'm having 4 fields and fourth field is having comma separated values, which I can think that this is a array format. Guys, now you're able to hear me right properly? No disturbance.
Yes, Raja. Raja, are you recording this Zoom session?
Yes, I am recording. I clicked on this record button. I'm not.
Okay.
It is saying stop recording, pause recording. Okay, no problem. It's recording. You're good, right?
Yes, Raja, I'm good.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay. All right. So we have created a table here in this other window, and we have queried the table also like this. And if you want to access same way in other programming languages, if you want to access an array, you have to give array name of square bracket 0, 1, 2. These are indexes. So that's how you can retrieve the data. So this is one data type. Now we will see key value pair, which is map. So this is also same like array, but if you see the difference, I have defined this is my map is the name of the column, and if you see map and then key value, so key and value pair, I have prepared the data also. Let's see that data how it looks like. More and then nyc map. So now you see again same 1 2 3 fields, and then fourth field is like key and then value comma separated, key and then values comma separated, key and then value. So the same way I have defined here map. Okay, my map name of the column, then map of int comma float. So let me create this table, and you see here row format delimited by, fields terminated by, and then collection items terminated by comma. Then you see here map keys terminated by colon. So in the above one, I didn't specify any map keys because I have just array of elements. Now if you want to split that it up, you have to specify semicolon because my data is having key value pair with semicolon delimiter. Okay, now let me create the table. The table has been created, but data will be not available until unless we move the data to this particular table nysc underscore. No data here. Let's go back to this console. So hdfs dfs map, and then target. The target is for me this map, not array. It's map. Data has been loaded. Let's query this particular table again. You see here now I can access element of 2015 data like my map bracket 2015. The data from map data type. So map of 2018. Now we will see other data type, which is struct. Struct is something that you will access data with dot operator. So struct also will have a primitive data type like character, float, int values you can store. So let me show you the file structure first, then I'll show you syntax to create that mysc struct file. So this is my file. So you will have n number of elements like a string value, float value you can place like this and separated by comma. So earlier in array, I maintained all ordered elements with same data type like float. In the second map, I used key value pair. So here I clubbed both character, which means string, and then float also. My fourth field is okay. So first one is exchange date, and then now I moved symbol to the other field. So I'm having only three fields here. If you see the third field, it is a combination of float and string. And struct is something that it will have a primitive data type, like multiple data types. You can set it into a single collection. So now we will create a table on top of it. Same way, I'm using create external table, name of this table, then followed by the list of first two columns. If you see the second one, this is the column name. Then this is the syntax struct, and then less than and greater than between this symbol. This is the column name, symbol, string, open, float. This is how you will define the data types, column name and then data type. So I have symbol, float, open, high, low, close value. So again, same things, row format delimited, fields terminated by tab, and then collection items terminated by comma, map keys terminated by map keys. You see here, I don't think so map keys required here, but you can remove this, not required, because I copy pasted this. So that's why you could see this. Okay. Map keys. Let me see. Let me run this. Yes, you're on, right?
Yes, Raja.
Thank you. That is also giving us nightmare. Okay, now I will move to struct, the same file name. .txt. Let's go here to retrieve the data. Let me first select from entire table. Now you will see this way, and if you want to access, you have to access like this. Dot open. It's not my struct, it's a. Okay, you see here again, you can specify some name. Okay, this is how you will retrieve the data from structure. My a struct dot symbol. Hey guys, any doubts here with respect to complex data types?
Yes, like I don't think like I didn't listen to the answer for the Kalpana's question. So like can we use these kind of arrays or structs or maps data types for partitioning? Like the partition field, yesterday we saw some partition field as int or something like that, right?
Okay.
So can we incorporate these data types also for that partition fields?
See, partition is something that you can define on a. See, this is set of columns. Okay, set of values. So with this combination, if you create partition, that makes sense for you. See, this combination, if you take CLI and then this value, this combination, if you try to create a partition, I mean, you want to create a partition on this my struct field, you can see there will be uniqueness of this one. There will be, I mean, these values will be a unique, like a cardinality will be very low. All are unique values only. If you create partitions, just imagine how many partitions will get created.
What about the map thing? Because the keys will be unique, right?
The keys will be unique again, but I don't suggest, or no one will use partition on these complex data types.
Okay. And also coming to map, I have a small doubt. So
Yes, please.
in general, what we have, the assumption is key values are different in each map. So like is this something like suppose if in one record we have three map like three key value pairs,
Mhm.
like can you show the map data once again? Like yeah,
Yeah.
I can ask out very clearly if I can see the data. Okay, so we do have multiple keys, right, Raja? Okay, perfect. I got it. My doubt was just like, is the uniqueness of key restricted to the record itself, or like key should not be repeated in other records? Also, was my doubt. But yeah, now as we can see, we can repeat the keys.
If you have any doubt also, you can frame your own data type and then, sorry, prepare your own data. This I prepared, and you can test it, no problem. If you get any, let me know.
I understood now. Yeah, thank
Yeah. Kalpana, are you good?
Yes, Raja.
Thank you. So we have completed this particular concept. Uh,
So, Raja, one small question.
yes.
So, whatever we see in this map, array, or struct, when we create a table, we loaded that value into a single column only. We didn't split it.
If you want to again retrieve, then you can use the split kind of thing. So based on index, you can retrieve the data.
Okay.
Okay. So now we will move on to another important concept that I would like to demonstrate.
So, Raja, sorry to
Yeah, yeah,
ask this. See,
yeah.
sometimes the text file, whatever it is, data. If when we are loading to the table, we'll load it into different columns, right? So,
Mhm.
as we see now here, we load the array everything into. If it is an array, we load it into a single column. Do we want
Mhm.
split the data
It's
multiple
right. It's not
multiple
required.
columns?
No, it's not required. If you are having, if you see here, I have map. In this map, if you see fourth column has all the values with separate comma separated, right? So now you can
Mm-hmm.
load this particular entire column into one map column. You don't need to split it. But when you are reading it, you can split by specifying map of 2015, map of 2016, like that. You can divide it. You can retrieve
Okay.
of each key.
Okay.
Are you good, Kalpana?
Yeah.
So now we will go to another concept that I will, I'm not going to demonstrate it, but I will explain you what it will happen because I don't have a file which is of greater than 25 MB. But I'll get it for sure 25 MB and I'll definitely demonstrate this. So what it is map side joins. So map side joins is something that mappers and reducers concept will work in Hive, right? So what will happen? Mappers and reducers will get created automatically when the data, say for example, you are joining two tables, and based on that join, remember when you are joining two tables on a key, behind the scene, what will happen? The column which we are using to join, those column values will get sorted out, but it will not be visible from the front end. Like you cannot see from UI. So when you use this ordering operation or mapper creation, everything cannot be handled at the map side. So mappers will prepare the data and then they will feed the data to reducers. Reducers will take care ordering, sorting, everything. So that happens. So it is time taking process like mappers and reducers. Now when you say map side joins, if you set it map side joins, what will happen? That if the table size is less than 25 MB, what will happen? It will store into a memory location, and then this join operation will perform from the memory. So rather than involving reducers here, So we will do the joining operation at mappers itself, mapper side itself. That's what we call it as a map side joins. For that, you need to set this property. Let's say, uh, let's investigate whether this property is set it to true or not in our Hive. So by default, the value of this particular map set joins is set to true. And this, whenever you set it to true, and there will be one more value, set hive map join small table dot file size means when you are comparing two tables and identify the small table, and if that is less than 25 MB, then apply map adjoins. Now you see here it is 25 bytes, it's not kilobytes. So 25 bytes of this value is equivalent to 25 MB. So now when you set this value to true, and then when you set the 25 MB limit, you are joining two tables. For example, if any one of the table size is less than 25 MB, then no reducers will get created. That is the idea behind this maps adjoins. Okay, so when I get the file of like 25 MB, even if I perform now also, no reducers will get created. Let's create a simple join. Okay, what tables I have to join? Employees cluster by uh, I will create the same thing that we have used. User data and u data we have, right? So let me create that. Zoom is good, right?
Yes.
Kind of waste of consuming internet speed, and then it wants to perform well. Yeah. So now let's start from u underscore user. Okay, user. We have 943, and I of course will set the limit to understand the column structure. So I have user ID, age, gender, and occupation, and then zip code. So now let me create one more table, user data, that will have around some 9,000 characters. Let me go and create same way.
I think some problem with your speaker, I believe. Your voice is very, I mean, low sometimes when
Okay,
sometimes it is yeah, high.
okay. Maybe I'm speaking low, or maybe that is the reason. Yeah. So now,
Oh, okay.
yeah, I'll create user data. There is one more file is available. Let me create this readme. This is waste. Cancel. Okay, I'll go here and then see the data types. New data. New data is something that it has this and user ID string. I'll put it item ID. Item ID. So item ID here somewhere, user ID string, user ID string. This is the common key between these two. And item ID, what is the item ID, right? So let me display that particular data, or I will use. You remember when I'm using Linux commands also, you can just note a note of it how I'm using. This is to list out the top 10 records. Okay. So here I have three character mostly. So what I'll do, I will go to the table creation here. So user ID, item ID, varchar of 3 I'll put it, and this is something that rating. Rating I'll put it some integer value always, timestamp. Timestamp 1 I'll specify, or else load timestamp. So I'll create this table. Paste it. The table is created. Now I'll push this file hdfs dfs hyphen put q.data to this particular path. Oh, 1 minute, guys. I'll come back. Okay, so we moved the file. Now we can see the data from both the users table and data table.
Raja, could you speak loudly because it's not at all audible?
Yeah, sure, definitely. I will do that. So, oh, sorry. What is this? User ID, item ID, rating, load timestamp. But I have here is 1, 2, 3, 4 only. But I've created 1, 2, 3, 4. How come it is null? Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, user ID, item ID, rating, timestamp. How come this null value is true? Okay. Describe of this table I will use. It says 1, 2, 3, 4. And how come 4 values null? Okay, maybe the file is edited or what? Okay, file is edited and then keeping it null. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. How come then? Select start from data. Weird. Okay, it's lots. Okay, what is this? Stored as text file terminated by. Okay, this is the problem. This is the problem. Culprit. Okay. Delimiter we have given wrongly, so that's why it is taking entire thing as a one character, and then this is one column, 2, 3, 4. That is the problem. Let me drop this table. U underscore data. Let me recreate it. When you are deleting the, when you're dropping the file, sorry, when you're dropping the external table, data will not lost, right? In concept. Now you query this. Okay. Now we will join this table with the other table. I would have used limit. Okay. Select star from u underscore user on a dot user id equal to b dot user id. This is joining technique. So when I execute this, since it will identify from these two tables, it will identify smaller table, and then it will not really perform reducer operations. It will load the data to a memory location, and these operations will done from, you see, max memory. So memory has been assigned for this. So map join, you see here, you see, that's what I was discussing. Okay, that's what I was discussing. Let's analyze these stats. Okay, starting to launch local task to process map join. If your table size, both of the table size more than 25 MB, then you will not see this map join. Okay, that is the demonstration purpose. Clear, guys?
Yes, Raju.
And you see here, let this complete, and you see now you see only map to 100%. You should not get the reducer. If you get the reducer means, you see here itself, mappers 1, number of reducers 0. Okay, so now your assignment is get a hues file. Okay, get a hues file more than 25 MB of any two tables. Then you try to join the same way. You will see here reducers also start working. Okay, now you see, simply it executed. Oh god, it went. I don't think so. I can show you the stats. So the data has been displayed from both the tables. Yes, I'll try. Sorry, unfortunately, I couldn't see that. But I see that reducer percentage was set to 0 only. It was not improved. Okay. This is map side gens. So this is important question that if you are appearing for interview, yes, I'll keep mentioning this. This is one of the performance tuning technique. Okay. So by default, this will be, you see here, what I want you to make a note of it. You have to set this set hive auto convert join to true. By default it will be true, and this is the small table file size, so 25 MB. Clear, guys?
Yes, Raju.
So now next thing I would like to tell you, collect list and collect set. So collect, see, you will not see what I'm demonstrating here in my course content. See, it doesn't mean that when I'm not mentioning there, I will leave something. So I will cover everything which is useful and which is important in real time. When you go to work, definitely you have to apply all this. It's not like that I just cover. So, so just describing or explaining about what we have in the course content and then leave it. Want to do that. So when you actually get work, you have to do on your own. That's how. Yeah, now we will see collect list and collect set. So list and set, again, make a note, these are all collections in programming languages. Again, if you take Scala, Python, or any other language, list is something that it is a collection, order collection of elements, and set is also like a collection. But the difference is set will have a unique values, like it won't maintain duplicate values. So where we will use this, we will see now. Now I have created one sample file just now. Let me show the content first. So I have sales data like this: country, state, sales amount, and then this is the file. Now I kept the header also here because our all files were not having any header. So I just want to cover this also. Now let's create a table. Let's create a table, external table only. Always we'll play with external tables. Never and ever we go with internal tables. Okay. Sales sales data. Number or integer, no. As usual, so you have to specify row format, delimited, everything, location.
So is there a data type number?
Yeah, we have. I
Oh, okay.
float, or I think, oh sorry, number. Okay, it is in other language. Float you can define, or else double.
Okay.
Once you specify this, my delimiter is comma, right? Yes, comma. So specify comma. And now the important thing that you need to specify.
Sorry, it's not audible, Raja. Could you please repeat it what you are saying?
I was just saying, this is the column list that I have and location I specified here. Now I'm going to set the table properties, okay? To skip the header. So I just want to cover that also. To skip the header, because
Okay.
my file is having header. So I don't,
Okay.
if I load this without specifying, this country also will become as a first record. Okay. So now show create, pick this, okay? See here table properties, tbl properties, okay? ah I'll copy this, place it here. So now we have to set any properties over here. I forgot the property, let me recall it. How much time that we are connected, do you remember the time? Is it close to 1 hour? You have to set the property within single double quotes, skip dot, okay, header dot line dot count, so is equal to 1. If you have two rows to be ignored, you can also specify 2. If you want to ignore some n rows, you can specify this. So let's create this table, okay? Two things covered here. One is table properties to skip the row. Yeah, table has been created. Let's see that I've done some mistake. Notice that sales data. I've given external path as user. So which means that I will override that. I should not create that. So remember guys, when you are creating this table, the file, sorry, the folder in the HTTPS path will automatically get created, okay? Are you noticing that? So no need to create externally. So both ways possible. You first create the directory there and then you can create a table. The otherwise you can also create the external table like this. It will automatically create this folder. -ls kps. By end of the today class, guys, you are almost like 70%. I mean, getting interaction with Hive. So now you see here, where is that sales? You see, it's already created. Okay, automatically created. Okay. Now we will push the file hdfs bfs sales data into this path. Basically, what we wanted to demonstrate is we would like to demonstrate collect list and collect set. Okay, that is our motto.
But we didn't create any column as a list.
No
Did
need, no need. That is a column list and sorry, like list and set are functions. No need to create.
oh, oh, these are not data types.
No, not data types. Sorry.
Mhm.
Now I'll go and create, sorry, I'll go and query the table. Now it has the data. So now collect list and collect set, how it will be used. So select country, collect list of state from sales underscore data group by country. I'm just using group by function and country comma collect list of state, the second column. Okay. Now you see how the values will come. You guys understand the syntax? Just I'm using group by style query. So if you are specifying some columns in the group by, you must specify in the select list of.
So for the list, always we'll go with the group by.
Correct. Correct.
Okay.
Raja, I mean, like going with a group by for list and set, is it like a strict rule or like is it a best practice?
No, no, no. Is it a thumb rule that you will see the output now? Then you will understand why we are using collect list and collect set. So number of mappers reduces because we are using a function. Now you see here the data country wise. So Australia has this. And if you see here, India has these values. MY Malaysia has these values. If you want to display the data like this, okay, collect list. You are just collecting. You see the regular data, how it looks like. To group it and present it in the form of list. Okay, if you want to group the particular data and then you want to represent in terms of list, is the function used. See India, total 4 values are available. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sorry, total 5 values are available. So you are getting this format. Okay. Now you,
Raj,
yes,
small request. Just use the same thing without collect. Yeah, that's what it is.
yes.
I mean, like, can you do the same, execute the same query without using that collect list or some just country instead? That's it. That's it. Just wanted to like, see that.
Sorry, group I have used. That is wrong.
Yeah, that state also should be.
Okay, you want to give group, but you have to give aggregate in that case.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Okay, Raja. Thank you.
Kalpana, you understand?
Yes, Raja. I'm just thinking like when you used group by and want to display country and state, why it didn't work? I'm just.
No, no, no. You see here, I'm not using any group by. Okay, okay, here, see,
Yeah, yeah.
group by is something that if you're specifying something in the group by, see, you have to specify in the select list. That's fine.
Yeah, yeah.
State also available, but state is missing in group by.
I got it. Yeah, got it.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
one more thing is whenever you are going for group by, you have to use aggregate value, either
Aggregate.
average, min, max, or sum. You
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
select list. Otherwise, it will throw error.
yeah. I remember now. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So now we are going with collect set.
Mhm.
Okay, guys. So are you bored or okay? You can digest, right?
No, we are okay. We are okay.
I'm okay.
I mean, I am okay. Sorry.
I'm
I'm
good.
okay. Just check with Kalisha. Yeah.
Yeah. So now if we complete this with Hive and Pig and others are like 1 or 2 hour session, that's all. Because Pig we don't have any use concepts to cover. We'll see the query style, how it will work. Now you see the difference.
Actually, the data is same. Can we do the collect set on the other thing like the number, like the integers thing? We had some float thing, right? Maybe we
Uh,
can see that.
no, no, that is something that different. See, that is data type is array and map. So you can access that way. This is different.
Okay.
I don't think
Okay.
so. I yeah.
So what is the difference actually for list and set? I'm not seeing any difference. That's
No,
why.
no, no, no. You must be. You see, do you find any duplicates? Earlier there were duplicates. You see here, yeah,
Oh, oh.
in India, you see here Kerala
Okay, okay,
names, and of course the other two are having distinct
okay,
values.
okay,
Right? Now you see
okay.
here, you are getting only one value. Yeah, Charan, don't compare that and this. That is like a complex data type where you will process the data if you are having array kind of format. This is something that you wanted to group it some data and then present it in the collection list. That's all.
Uh, okay.
Okay.
So the doubt is like suppose I have a field which is having array.
Mm-hmm.
So the array has multiple values, right? We might have duplicate values in the array also.
Okay.
Okay. So when I say like for example select country comma collect list of an array my array
Mm-hmm. Okay.
and do the same thing. How
Okay.
will there is
Okay. Let's query that also.
okay? Thank you.
The other way you'll get it. Let's see. You'll get it. So now you need to say exchange collect list or set of my array and then group by exchange.
Oh, I think we would have gone by date. Maybe that would have
Yeah, but all are unique values. So I don't think so you will find any difference in that case also. Okay, you see, you are getting this within all arrays inside one. You hear me?
Yes.
Yeah. So what happened here? Okay. Okay. What happened here? The same way. All individual arrays now formed into one single array with comma separated. That's all. So
Okay.
asking rather than giving change value, let's go with the date, right? I don't think so. It has all.
So, Raja, if I give a collect set, then both the arrays, all the values should be in the same order and same value for that to be.
But yes, but inside list, if you see these arrays are any array is matching, it removes.
No, it is not. So, essentially, list and set will now be the same in this case.
Correct.
But for the set to delete some, like get only one value out of two, the complete array should be same in the same sequence. Okay.
Okay, Kalpana, I'm trying with the date field. I don't think so. You will see much difference.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Okay. Raja, will we stop after this, or do you want to still continue?
It's up to you if you have patience.
Kalichan, what about you?
I'm good. Like I can stay, or it's okay for me today to like
Okay.
anyway both ways.
Okay, guys. One more concept is available. I'll just explain that and then close it because I targeted
Okay.
with that. So at least we will
Sure,
get
sure.
some
Yeah,
good
yeah,
amount of good amount of percentage that we completed. At least we lost almost 4 to 5 sessions. Uh, just want to cover that. Okay. And even you guys like start practicing. Don't ignore and be
sure.
very interesting once you deal with huge amount of data. Now you see, Kalpana, you good?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. So now 23 records because all are unique values. So now what I want to explain, this is just techniques that we use in day-to-day life. Okay. Uh, collect list, collect set we have seen. Now the other thing I wanted to explain is vectorization. So vectorization, this is also I don't demonstrate. I cannot demonstrate first of all. Vectorization is something that it will in Hive in traditional process what will happen, it will process row by row when you start a querying table or you are processing data using some mapping logics whatever. Okay, but when you use this option vectorization, it will process each block at a time, which means 1024 rows at a time. Okay, so by default it will be set to false, guys. Let's see.
Sorry, Raja. I mean, after this, could you please explain that map and reducer one more time?
Okay, sure, definitely I will.
Yeah, yeah.
High vectorized execution enabled is set to false. So in this case, our query, or when you are querying a table, it will be like each row it will process. You set it to true, like I will not set it. So when you set it to true, what will happen? 1024 rows at a time, like a batches, it will process the data. That is the concept of vectorization. Just make a note of it. Okay, guys. So this is useful when you are dealing with large set of data. Yes, clear.
Yes, Raja.
The other thing is now, okay, mapper and reducer, right? So mapper and reducers, nothing but, I'll give one example. I'm going to use the same query, sales data. Okay. Now, in this case, if I want to write some query like country wise, I want to know sales, sorry, I have amount from sales data group by. Now, when you hit this, so what will happen, Kalpana, in the back end? Mapper it first reads the data from a table, and then mappers will map the values like a key value pair, like India 20,000, again India 40,000, like this. How many values it has? So key value pair it will prepare. That is the work of mapper. Okay, so in the mapping stage, it will collect or it will prepare data in terms of key value pair. And reducer is something, as the name suggests, it will reduces in the sense it will since we are using sum of, it will do kind of operation. For each key it will calculate the sum of values, that's all. So for example, now what will happen in the background, I'll explain it to you. Now you see here, first 100% completed. Now reducer will start. So mapper is whatever the output you will get from mapper is the input for reducer. Okay, so now you see here number of mappers 1 and number of reducers 1. Now you see completed, the mapper and reducer completed 100%. Now it has given the result, sum of values. So how it will work, I'll explain in the Excel, sorry, text file. So you have IND, So like this, you have some data, so and so data here. So mapper, what it will do, it will create key and then value pair. This is the duty of mapper. So mapping. So here, when you say key value, India, comma 20,000. Like this, it will create some set of key value pairs. Now it will be given to reducer. When it says reducer, it will shuffles the whatever records I have, that mapper sends. Reducer will shuffle them into one kind of a partition, and then it start aggregating. So it will prepare that, and then the output will be given to the user. That's all. So here mapping, here reducer. Understand, Kalpana?
Yeah. Why I asked to explain this is you told earlier two things, right? One, it is that 25 MB data, setting the
Hmm.
property for that.
Hmm.
So there it won't use the reducers, right?
Correct. So what does it mean? I told you, you know, you should keep one more thing in mind. When you are joining two tables on a particular column, has to sort. It has to sort it, and then it has to join. So there will be some operations will be performed. So map side, if you want to do everything at the map side, we can use map side joins. So to just save the time processing, because this creating mappers and then sending it to reducers, again processing here, it will be time taking process. So that's why if we use map side joins, what will happen, reducers operations will be removed here, then you can do everything in the mapper side itself. That is the concept.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Don't worry. I mean, what happens in the backend, don't worry. I mean, like no one nowadays
Okay, okay.
map reduce programs, because
So this vectorized you told, right?
Hmm.
So what about this? Storing in a, it's a memory allocation, or
No,
how
it's not
Yes.
no, it's not memory allocation. When you say vectorized property set to true, uh,
mm-hmm.
processing data, it will, I mean, query, when you're running a query and you are processing some 100K records. So the operation will be like on each partition will be happened, but the process is row after row, that data will get processed. Okay. That's how it works. And when you enable this vectorization, 1024 records at a time will be processed. Like enabling the vectorization makes you performance better.
Okay.
That's all.
But still
Charan,
it follows this map and reduce.
yes,
Oh,
yes.
okay.
Only problem is, I mean, sorry, only advantage is like it will take 1024 at a time to process it.
Okay. I got it.
Charan, you good?
Yes, Raja.
No problem. Even if you're not, I mean, you guys, if you're not getting anything to ask, even later some part of time when you are practicing it, you can get back to me. You just record those questions and then you can send it to me.
Okay.
All right.
So
So,
Raja, when you are setting these properties, right?
mhm.
Once if you set it, it will stay like that, or each and every time
uh,
whenever you are running a
uh,
select query, join query, you
uh-huh.
need to make sure that we need to
See,
set
I
it.
think these properties, I think available to that particular, if you are logging with
Sorry.
some other user, and if you are logging with the main user, and then you can set it permanently also, that is possible, but it will be available to that particular session alone. So now I open this session, right?
Okay.
I'm exiting from here. I don't think so that property will remain same. Like
Oh, okay.
now we saw vectorization, we have seen some other
Raja, small thing like
yes please.
yesterday you sent data sets, right?
Correct.
You said you will send a problem statement too.
Yes, yes, sir. Charan, I will be sending you definitely. You all need to practice and then send me back those queries.
Yeah,
Okay. Now, final concept that I planned and I want.
Raja, shall we stop over here, Raja, because I want to step out?
Okay, no problem, no problem. Carry on, and we will meet tomorrow session, guys. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, okay, Raj.
Okay. You decide and tell me. Don't. I mean, no need to make confusion. You just let me know when you guys are ready because I'm always available to make this session progress. Okay. In anyway, I'll be at home only. So let's catch up tomorrow. Whichever time you are available, you can just
So,
ping.
Kali Charan, so we